Charlie investigate, they're gonna find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe, and spoiled. Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're gonna find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up to me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.
Technology doesn't simply change societies, it shapes them. Few factors have been so instrumental in changing the course of human events as the different iterations of technology that have been introduced to the world. Yet, as we reach an unprecedented acceleration in the reach and potency of technology, the fears surrounding its effects have become increasingly pertinent. So is technology a force for good or evil? Should more of us attempt to understand how the technologies that shape our lives actually work in order to be more wary of their effects? Do societies give birth to technology, or is it the other way round? And can we ever truly separate political power from technological advancements? To help me answer some of these questions, I'm joined by Charlie Milner, who only uses his technology to access pornography. Stop hitting the toaster, Charlie. It's not going to show you boobs. Charlie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You off for hitting the slopes?
I have my avalanche coat on today.
Why?
Because it's bloody.
Because of the risk of the avalanche.
It's misty moisty out there in a torrential sense.
Can you try and shape it into a technology jacket?
It is a technology jacket in the sense that it protects you from avalanche, and it came with a whistle. Initially, it had a whistle. I used to go dancing in this. I used to go to club. I actually have bottom half. I've got a bottom half too, where they're matching
in the
dancing
Alps?
in the club, not in like a ballet sense, not in like a school.
Why would it be a school?
Because there are dance schools. In the same way that there's RADA or
I knew
King's
what
College
you meant
London.
by a club. The question was, what fucking club are you going to dressed in a Yeti's outfit? I know it's a nightclub.
An unofficial club, an underground, a kind of illegal club, actually, as it were.
What was the temperature like?
We cycled past it the other day, the venue, I just didn't mention it, but it was under a railway road arch. They now have kind of some sort of chemical stuff in there.
Was it a themed club night?
The theme wasn't avalanche, no.
No, come as a snowman.
Everyone else was in kind of jeans and jackets, and I came in this. But it meant that I made a new friend who I still am friends with. He's called Kamal. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Kamal. What did Kamal? Did he come up and say, "Why are you wearing?"
He did. That's how we met. He was like, "Why are you wearing it? You must be boiling." It was the height of summer.
I imagine it was fucking warm, wasn't it?
But the reason why this is a technology jacket or a tech jacket,
You got a whistle in there.
I had one. I lost my whistle.
Brilliant.
We can pretend that. Let's put it in post.
We'll put it in post. I haven't seen you wear it before.
No, I don't normally wear it other than it's other one for when I make the pasta. Other than special occasions such as now when I'm doing a pod with my friend and when it's really rainy.
Right. Well, it looks very
Would you agree that this is a technology jacket?
Yes, if its whistle was still present.
Technology is basically when we make anything. Let's define our terms.
Let's define our terms at the top of this episode.
Can I give it a go? And you can,
of course you can,
Simon
Charlie.
Cowell me.
Yeah.
Now, hi Simon.
Hello.
I'm here to tell you about technology. So technology in my...
This is your audition for Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Technology.
and your audition is to just define it.
Yeah, because it's important to... Everyone else is like Stavros Flatley and like... Diversity are all coming on with their kind of robots and their scanners, but none of them are explaining to Simon what is it?
Technology.
And how, without that, we're lost. So, Simon, thanks for having me. Technology, as I understand it, is basically when anything that we kind of use to make or do anything other than our hands. Like our hands are not technology. Anything else is. A whistle, a crucifix. The crucifix was technology, correct? The thing that they killed Jesus with was an example of tech.
I guess it's an invention. Is there a difference between technology and
tool.
invention?
I think a technology is like basically anything we...
But we can't define technology by saying it's a tool, because what's a tool then?
You are, my friend. And I am a scalpel.
Why? because you're surgical.
I'm sharp and I mean well.
Yeah. Do scalpels necessarily mean well?
No.
Not necessarily. Depends on those who wield them.
What is a scalpel?
It's just a surgical knife.
Is it called scalpel because you use it to remove scalps?
No.
No further questions.
Well, they use it for everything.
It's like a protractor.
Why would it be like a protractor?
Well, it's very sharp. Like protractors are incredible. My friend used to stab me under the table. He's actually one of my best friends.
It's sharper than a school child's protractor.
I would be... Okay. It's the sharpest form of knife there is? Other than like a Japanese
maybe,
blade?
Yeah, maybe. You'd think so, because it can cut through
scalpel.
Like skin and fat.
It sounds awful. If there are any hospital people in the building, firstly, is it called that because it takes scalps off? It's not a bad question.
It's not an awful one. Scalpers in the name.
Thus
And there.
Thus we request. And also, what's a scalpel? And is it the sharpest tool in the shed?
Okay, we're doing an early poll. Is the scalpel the sharpest tool in the shed? If it's a yes, comment knife Y. If it's not, comment shed N.
Now, the thing I think that might...
Our polls are fucking...
Is there a shed emoji? Is there a shed emoji?
If the closest you can find to a shed emoji.
It can
we'll
be
accept a house. We'll accept a house.
But ideally, there's a shed emoji.
Is the scalpel the sharpest tool in the shed? We must cobble together and find out.
But yeah, that's kind of how I understand it.
Yeah, I guess it's a mix between innovation, a tool, and an invention that makes life easier, maybe.
But it cannot be your hands.
Yeah, of course not.
Because if it was hands...
What do you mean it can't be your hands?
Well, we can't we use our hands to carry our babies or to hug our wives, but we don't. That's not a form of technology.
Yeah, again, I wouldn't say it bears mentioning. We can't.
Whereas, but
we built technology with our hands.
If we had a pincer to collect apples off a tree, that's technology. A ladder
if man-made pincer.
Man-made pincer.
Not
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, okay. I like our definition. I think we're doing fine with it.
Thanks.
It's roughly somewhere between tool and making something external from your hands, which we've felt the need to consistently say. Yeah. Something external from our bodies that is created to make life a bit easier, maybe. Yeah. Roughly that. Because as we were discussing, tools are a technology. A spade is technology, isn't it?
It is. And it's a kind of a neglected, less glamorous form of technology. In the playground of all the technologies, in technology primary school.
Yes.
It must
What's
be really,
that called?
Technologue.
Polytechnic.
Polytechnic.
Techology.
Techology. Tech college. Tricolage.
Sharpen your little tools. Techology. Sharpen your little tools.
Technology, sharpen your little tools. So I think as a little spade in the kind of, there's Game Boys, there's little kind of Game Boys, and they're all hanging out with the Nintendo Wii's.
But the humble wheels there
and
as well.
And the spade's just in the corner, just smacking its head into the wall.
Right.
Bullied.
You don't know how spades work, but go on.
The spade's in the corner just like shoveling dirt.
Shoveling his head into the ground.
Because he's so upset because the Game Boys bully him.
Spades on a wall where you are. It's not working!
And the hammers, they'll form an alliance with the hammers and the kind of...
There's different cliques
pickaxe.
In technology.
What's the least cool version?
You've got your more archaic agricultural technologies. We've got iPhones that are...
They're cunts.
Yeah, well, we've got iPhones that are doing things that we could never imagine, and then there's just what I could dig into the ground.
Which is actually charming. It is charming. And is rustic. Whereas the iPhone looks down...
Spades are rustic.
The windmills they're very emotional.
And windmills,
they're very emotional. They're very complicated and emotional. They're almost
lighthouses and windmills.
They're very good at they're almost kind of... They're left alone by the jocks of the iPhones and the iPads.
There's a kind of
the
quiet,
spades get it in the
intimidating almost wisdom to them.
They like poetry and piano.
Lighthouses and windmills, yes. I think, together. Where they're the loners that come together just for the necessity.
They're going to go very far after school.
They will be brilliant after school. Well, they'll be lighthouses and
but they'll control the seas. The iPhones and the tablets and the Samsungs and all of that, they're all being really horrible. It's very
laptops.
It's a very toxic mess
TVs.
of a playground. The TVs are all right.
The TVs are okay.
Kind of the stupid
the fatter TVs are all right. The thin ones are cunts.
Yeah, agreed.
The flatter the TV,
but
the more
fat ones are kind of like the class clowns. They're stupid.
Yeah.
They're fun, but they're regarded as like dumb and
Whereas
fun.
like the iPhones and the Apple Watches, they're all just balanced. They're horrible to the windmills and the other tools.
So where are we?
What are your general thoughts on technology? If I come in and say technology to you, what do you say?
I am sort of baffled by it, to be honest. I don't understand. I think, as far as I can tell, you're the same. I don't think... I have no idea how we got here in terms of, if the world was just full of me and you, we would still be in the hills playing with like clay and sort of mud.
Attempting to chase animals,
eating berries and leaves and kind of headbutting
We
tree
wouldn't
stumps.
have made it past cavemen.
No. It's an absolute... I reckon what we might have done is accidentally discovered fire because we would have... someone would have, I don't know, rubbed a stick on each other and then we could have maybe had a tea, is what I'm trying to say.
Tea? I don't think we would have done tea.
Or hot water and like fennel and like lettuce or like.
I'm still not sure we'd do that.
We would have figured out that maybe it's good to be inside. We'd have built a cave. We'd have burrowed into a cave.
I suppose is a home technology. I wouldn't put it past us to be able to realize it's nice to be inside. I'd argue that's not really the creation of technology. That's just
okay.
It's raining. Let's go into the bit that it's not raining in, so we're not cold and die.
Yeah, fine. Okay,
we'd
maybe that is
be
technology.
inside.
We'd be inside, but that doesn't count.
I don't think we'd be able to make a house. We wouldn't conceive of the idea that we could live with someone that's not under this pre-existing rock.
There's absolutely no way we would have made any level of any electricity is out of the window.
Electricity is so far out of the window.
It's complete hocus pocus.
It's not even a good starting point.
I don't think
if it was just me and yous everywhere. I don't think we're not making the plow.
Well, I think we might have made a wheel.
You think we would have made a wheel?
I think after a million years, we'd have maybe managed to do a wheel because someone would have done like a roly-poly. I know I often say that, but someone would have done a roly-poly and we'd have thought, oh, wow, that guy's turned into a ball and he's moving quicker now.
Right.
Maybe we can get other stuff to look like a ball. And then we might have done a wheel. Possibly.
It's like he was there.
We can't rule out the fact that it's not inconceivable that like we'd have seen a berry, we'd have dropped a berry and it'd have rolled down the hill and we'd be chasing it, shouting.
And we'd go, we could make this into a transportation system.
Well, what if we became that berry? Or what if we put someone on something that looked like that berry? They'd be going at the same speed as the berry. It's not out of the question we'd have come up with a wheel. But
I think
if you give me an iPad, there's fucking zero chance we'd have come up with the iPad.
I'm sure we would have worked out to use like a stick, a log, to kill something.
We could have, because we'd have been fighting each other.
We could have done that.
What if you were?
I'll pick up the log, right? I'm not sure how much further we get if it's me and you. We're not particularly inventive.
Tree house?
Scientists.
Would we have done a tree house? It's possible we'd have done a tree house.
I think, maybe a tree house.
And maybe
we need to be off the ground to get away from the jaguars that are trying to attack us.
Or the wild mole.
This mole that is, why is it just going for us?
It's just very, very, very ruthless
just being
mole.
Pestered by a wild mole.
I think basically the problem is it's complete magic. A lot of the technology. Where would we have got? The problem with technology now is that all of it is entirely magic. Like we were discussing cards.
This is where this whole the topic for this podcast came from. We finished our podcast last week.
We were huddled together for warmth, and we looked at this camera card, and we were thinking, we've just made an episode, and now all of that is on this little kind of plastic, like
thing.
Slide.
It's like
plastic
ones
little,
and zeros
little kind of
on there.
pebble thing. Like how the fuck all of Andrew's like breathing and talking and shouting sometimes
at times.
It's all contained on this. We could have eaten it. I could have eaten all of your shouting,
and then it would be within you.
And then I would become you.
You would
hopefully.
become me.
And that's where we want to get to with technology.
That's where we're trying to get to.
Let's eat camera cards and become each other.
There will be people that will go, oh, yeah, it works like this. Oh, it records that and transfers that. Fuck off. What does that mean?
It's probably going to be quite unbearable.
Asking, all technology, you can keep asking questions when eventually someone says, well, I don't really know that bit.
It's magic.
I don't really know that bit.
Of course you don't.
What are microphones doing?
Exactly.
How is it? Oh, it's a wave. Fuck off. There's waves in the ocean. Why is it recording my voice specifically? Go fuck yourself.
It's
you
true.
don't know the answer. It's magic and accident.
They've got glass and metal.
Accidental magic. Fuck off.
Yeah.
What the fuck is electricity in the first place? Oh, the particles move really quickly. So?
Yeah.
Why does that mean I can watch Mad Men on a television?
What's a server?
What's a server? Keep them in the fucking
What
restaurant.
is a server?
It stores data, right?
But how?
How? What data?
It's
and why does it
mental.
need to be so physical? Why have we got like server problems to store data?
Well, I've got a huge problem with servers. It says that I don't understand what the...
But data doesn't exist on the internet.
No.
What is it?
It's mad that they've got glass and metal and they've like fucking like thrown it all together and made this...
And cables. What's a cable?
It's a poo in the slang sense.
Okay, let's talk about listening to music because it's a fairly...
Let's talk about tunage.
It's a fairly historic one. You know, it's not the most recent invention. Okay, from the process of Aretha Franklin steps into a studio and sings into a microphone. How is that microphone recording her exact voice? By sound waves. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What do you mean? I speak in here and then...
What are you talking about?
And then I can... And then suddenly that's on a computer now.
Yeah, like all of this right now. This.
Well, how do records work?
It's probably quite unbearable. This episode, for anyone who knows anything about
it'd be
technology, it
unbearable.
must be incredibly hard to hear.
It's not many. I don't
We're
think many
sorry,
of them
but we
know.
are lost, and we are trying to find out the truth.
Yeah.
And we might not like the answers.
And they won't know. But so like
a lot of them won't know.
even on a so when it was analog, it would be what you record it and then it goes onto grooves on a bit of material, and then those grooves sound
that?
like Aretha
What's that?
Franklin, a record player.
Like vinyl.
What is going on with that?
Yeah, it's
what do you mean these
crazy.
grooves sound like Aretha Franklin? What are you talking about?
So crazy.
It doesn't make sense.
You know what? That's the record is
Yeah.
the most obscene.
I know.
Obscene example of
Do you
this.
know why the record's
What
more
are you
obscene?
fucking
Do you know
talk-
why the record's more obscene? Because it's not as magic as the digitally listening to something.
Yeah.
It's more comprehensible.
Because that's more like a solar panel-y, like there's a bit more tech involved with the cards.
Once we get to phones and you can Bluetooth music into your ears, at that point you give up. Who gives a fuck about
But
trying
the-
to understand
but
it?
the grooves-
But the grooves of a record, what? What do you mean the grooves of the record
Yeah.
sound like someone?
That's like and there's no electricity with that. That record is just a kind of pattern of shit. It's just,
That's hitting a
It's a
needle.
bunch of patterns on a needle, and it sounds like a.
and that was
Franklin.
the Beatles. What are you fucking talking about?
It's crazy.
Can I groove something that would therefore sound like the Beatles?
You know that thing
without
about-
recording the
with
Beatles?
the Monkey Shakespeare thing. If you gave a monkey a vinyl, would he eventually groove
Maybe.
Aretha Franklin?
Yeah, maybe. Well, the question is, can we groove Aretha Franklin
I think we probably can.
without Aretha Franklin's voice?
If we have a scalpel, we might be able to.
But so, because record player, I don't get it. Because if you listen,
You know what? That's the best example. That's the clearest and
of
best
fuck
example of
technology.
how mad it all is.
yeah, what do you mean?
It's
Yeah,
completely.
okay. And then
I
at
will
that
not accept
point,
any explanation for that
No
because it's
explanation.
fucking magic.
because if you listen, I don't get it. If you listen to it, even without the speaker aspect of it, you can still hear it. So it isn't even going through anything. It's just the needle hitting those grooves make a voice, an individual specific voice, not just like notes, a person's voice.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense, and you can't explain it to me. I've asked people about it who say they know, and if you keep asking questions about technology to people who say they know, they'll eventually go, "Well, I don't. That's this theory. All right, then you don't know."
It's the basic value thing again.
It is the basic
It's like
value.
eventually you get to it's magic.
It is magic. It's what it is, and then continuing in
And we love that.
We love it. We're here for it.
We just want it to be clear that it is complete
Can we
magic.
just all accept that we don't exactly know what's going on? I think people pretend to know what's going on, but what we've done is discovered something just that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. If anything, it's quite good evidence for potentially there being like God,
Yeah.
because it's just fucking nonsense.
Yeah, it's nonsense and it's ridiculous and it shouldn't make sense.
And I think the vinyl records and
Yeah.
camera cards are both.
How does a camera work? The initial camera makes sense because you were burning the image onto it. You were burning the image onto a piece of film. That's why they went around with their big flash bulbs.
Now it's just sucking in light now,
That
I
makes
think.
some sense. I don't know. It doesn't really, to be honest, again. Oh, yeah, or they burn it on. What do you mean you burn it on? I point a box at you and then it burns you onto a piece of film and that's then a picture. What does that mean?
It's true.
That makes more sense though than the digital one where you just go click and suddenly that's there. What do you mean? What are you fucking talking about? Well, the light goes in a box. Is there a mirror involved or something? I'm terrible at science, by the way. But what the fuck is it?
No, these are important questions.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
This will be our stupidest episode.
What is going on? No,
by
but
the way,
we've
because did you have any interest in science?
No, 'cause
Yeah.
I really struggle with it. As you can tell.
Yeah, chemistry. I'm like, whatever.
This is probably about the most unified we've ever been on a topic.
Yeah. Like, what is that?
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense. None
I'm
of
really
it makes
glad
sense.
you brought up vinyls because I
Yeah.
forgot about how fucking stupid that is.
Someone grooves make
Aretha.
What is that? I'm sure there's going to be people furious throughout this whole episode, and that's fine. If you want to explain how vinyls work, do it.
But do it in a way that actually explains it rather than like...
Comment it. Comment it and
Layman's
keep
terms.
asking. Imagine when
Make
you're
it
commenting.
for
Imagine
idiots.
us going. Yeah, but what about the next bit? So then, how does that work? How does that work? Keep going until it makes complete sense.
There needs to not be a because it's magic final boss.
Yeah.
It needs to be because of this.
Why do grooves become a voice?
Because the groove is... you know what? I can't even think of an example of how...
I couldn't even begin to try and answer that question. Why do grooves become voice? An individual specific voice. It's fucked, man. It's fucked.
insane.
I imagine a groove and needle making a sound, right?
But it's all groove. There's no It's just so much. Because that's the thing. If you know, with a record player, if you turn the power off on your record player and then just move the record round, you will very faintly
you can hear the sound.
It. So there's no power. It's just
what is that?
It's all groove.
A record player works by using a needle to trace the physical bumps and valleys in a record's spiral groove, which are microscopic representations of sound waves.
So the record is a load of sound waves.
Yeah, and then the vibrations are converted by a cartridge into electrical signals, then amplified and sent to speakers to reproduce the sound. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's fucking...
Because that's exactly the point. When it's off and you spin it around, you can hear the voice.
So the record is just sound waves.
But then how is it microscopic sound waves that are recorded from Aretha's microphone are then physicalized onto the groove, and then somehow it works because the vibrations of the needle in the grooves make that specific sound. How?
Mental.
How? So people don't talk about that enough. I have my own sound waves.
Are they yours forever?
They're mine.
But yours are uniquely yours.
Yeah, because when me and you have different sound waves, that's why we can record this podcast and it doesn't sound
more like this.
Oh, I'm Charlie. Yours a little angry man with really high shorts going around. Shut up there! Oh dear! How's a hard drive work? What's a compass? Just confused and angry
compasses.
Old men.
Compasses.
Well, this is interesting. I want to talk about compasses in the next bit. Because compasses are fucking fascinating as well.
Hearing aids. So basically, in conclusion, I reckon we might have just about come up with the wheel.
I'm skeptical if we would have done the wheel.
Well, aspirationally, we
definitely
could have done
clubs and maybe a treehouse.
Yeah. And maybe if we could have done the wheel, we could have done a bike. So it would have been like basically us cycling around everywhere with kind of stone wheels.
We're not coming up with a bike.
Well, we might.
No way are we coming up with a bike.
It'd be like Holland.
That wasn't that long ago.
We'd all be cycling around
we
with our...
might, at a push, come up with a wagon to move our fruit around. We are not coming up with a bicycle.
Fine, so me and you are rolling around in our kind of...
Think about the conversation we've just had. Do you think us two are coming up with a fucking bicycle? It's a revolutionary invention.
Okay, well, a wagon. Let's dream big. We could have done a wagon.
I think, in reality, treehouse is the top because we would have come up with a club and then we would have got in our treehouse and then we would have
angered the mole.
We would have... we've angered the mole, but now we have some refuge from the mole. And I think we would have been quite happy in our
do
tree.
we have girlfriends?
Yeah, we didn't invent them though.
No, they were already there.
Yeah, it's just drawings, cave drawings of girls with big tits. Or, we love you, cave girl. No, I reckon we would have got in our treehouse and actually been quite satisfied. And we'd be like, you know what? This is the fucking life.
Yeah, but we couldn't have put the telly on in the treehouse because we haven't made a telly yet, and we never will.
Yeah. Yeah. Technology is like a linear thing that, you got to come up with this, and
we can't immediately come up with a telly.
No.
Right.
No.
Sky Sports.
Just making sure we're clear on that. That you can't just, why didn't they come up with it sooner? It's a series of discoveries.
Right. Let's define our vague stages of technology. We're starting out at the mud. The shovel.
What are you trying to do
shovel.
right now?
We're starting out. Where are we starting out?
Probably with weapons and using logs and
stick
bones.
To iPads.
I'm thinking about the
trajectory
scene in 2001: Space Odyssey when we first use a tool as a bone as like a hitting device.
Fine. So bone hitter to iPad.
Bone hitter to iPad.
Okay, and what's in between that?
Quite a lot.
Kind of.
Mud is not one of the answers to that either.
Well, you can't have mud without bone hitter. No.
What the fuck does that mean?
You can't have bone hitter without mud because bones are made of the sediment of thousands of generations.
Brilliant. So what's our biggest technology development? Mud. Well, I think mud was the one,
we would have
actually.
handled mud. We'd have been, but that would have been
yes, mud has been around. That doesn't mean it's a technology.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree on that one.
Okay.
So we got basically, bone hitter to kind of wheel to plow.
Well, tools in the prehistoric and ancient times.
Fine. So tools. And then pottery, and then where else we move in from there?
Maths,
kind of bath,
roads,
paper.
What's paper?
A very thin piece of tree might have flown off. Well, paper is tree. Tree is paper. Paper comes from tree.
Yes,
they're very much related. They're kind of father and son. So I think
paper, eyeglasses,
boats.
I'll
tell you where I get off actually.
Wait, what do you mean? Where you get off?
Where I have no understanding of how it works.
Right.
I can understand how a hammer works. you
Brilliant.
hit the thing.
Hit the thing goes a bit further into the other thing that you're hitting it
I
against.
can see that with my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't understand boats, to be honest. I don't understand how a massive cargo ship doesn't immediately sink. I know there's physics behind that, but there's absolutely no way. I mean, how?
I mean,
there's a bit of air that prevents all of those shipping containers from falling into the sea. What are you talking about?
I don't think it's a bit of air.
I think it is. It's a bit of air.
It's weight distribution, isn't it?
It's
not
air.
a bit of air.
It is
it's
air.
No, it's not air.
No, because
when
if
you're in
there's loads of
when
water,
you're in a rowing
if there-
boat,
if there's loads of
where's the bit of air in the rowing boat?
All inside the boat.
Yeah, okay, but that's not. Okay, that's to do. It's the shape of the structure. There's not a pocket of air
But
in
it
it.
doesn't make any sense. Like if you put,
I know it
if you put a
doesn't.
massive if you put like a tiny pebble in the sea, it will sink.
Brilliant.
To the bottom.
That's
no.
the-
I mean, if you put a cargo ship in the sea, it's absolutely fine.
Yes, because of the weight distribution.
Well, so if you had like a cargo ship that was like the only vertical, one.
Yes,
It would sink.
Yeah, of course it would.
Okay, fine.
Of course it would.
Well, I get off
If
a-
you had a cargo ship that was just a point upwards, of course it's gonna fucking sink.
Okay,
Yeah, it's to do. I don't. Again,
but you don't get it. You're telling it.
I wouldn't-
This is
I
not
wouldn't-
fair because
I
you're doing the weight distribution thing when actually it's magic. You're forgetting
I don't think a boat qualifies as magic here.
clocks are magic. I get off
You very quickly changed the conversation.
boat and clocks.
Boat and clocks. You get off of clocks. Clocks is fair. Understood.
Clocks is mad. I might have done a sundial. That's not a clock. There's no way I'm not coming up with a clock. I'm not getting a wristwatch.
Wait, are we doing where we jump? Yeah, where? No,
Where
we're doing
do
it
I
from
get
where
off
do we
the-
stop understanding it?
Where do I stop understanding it?
My answer was going to be as soon as electricity comes in, then it's magic.
What about clocks?
Clocks, I agree, because also compasses are kind of mad as well.
Compasses are crazy.
What
What
do you-
is north?
It's a magnetic field of the Earth. There's a natural magnetic field that goes around. That the poles have a magnetic
Polish
force. Not Polish
The poles
people.
have taken all the magnetic.
Krakow is just lots of fucking paper clips, all just
The people of Poland are just.
just crammed in cars stuck together. Again, don't really get it, but someone can explain the thing with like a compass or a clock, because it's analog, it's obviously genius. And there's that quote that any sufficiently advanced technology is the same thing as magic, something like that, which I get.
Was that? Did we say that?
No, but we thoroughly agree with it. we
couldn't-
wholeheartedly
we couldn't agree
with it.
more.
We couldn't agree more. I can't remember who said it or what's the full quote.
Andrew Cohen, 2025.
Yeah, let's just adopt it. That's we said it. But analog stuff, if someone who really understood it really explains it to me, I read some books on it and I take a while, I'm sure I'd be able to understand how a clock works. Whereas as soon as we hit electricity,
I'm not even getting boats with that.
as soon as we hit electricity, that's when I go, now I don't get it. It's the moment I got off the boat. That's a confusing thing to say because we're talking
Bus.
about boats.
You got off the bus.
The moment I got off the bus was when we moved from candles to light bulbs.
Yeah, but that's because in the very first step of electricity, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't make.
As
What
in,
do you
so
mean?
anything onwards doesn't make it even makes less sense.
Now it's gone.
But like from literally minute one, where you tell me like, oh, we're gonna get this metal and put it with this metal, and then all of a sudden like,
Yeah, this
sparks
naturally
fly.
occurring energy that makes that filament glow because it's hot now. No, thank you. That's where I went. No, thank you. I will see you later. I've been trundling along the technology bus until
you've been trying
Thomas
your
Edison.
best.
I've been trying my best.
You don't
I've
want to
had
get off.
difficulties with compasses and clocks, but I
and
stayed on the
you've
bus.
done the work, and now you're telling me there's a fucking
And now-
this light bulb is now pink.
Brilliant.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. I am off this fucking bus at that moment. It's been a pleasure throughout the entirety of human history.
I'm
but
getting
at
back
this point,
I'm going back to my cave.
that's enough for me.
I'm going to go
thank
sit in
you.
my treehouse.
But so we do have different opinions on technology.
Yes.
In terms of whether, so we've kind of discussed where we get off in our understanding of what's going on. But now let's talk about where we would get off in terms of where we think it's been a good thing or a bad thing. And do you like technology in general? Do you think it's a force for good or bad? And how far would you go with technology?
I'm quite excited. I think at this point, and I know we always come back to this, but unfortunately, the main risk is that we become like the Wall-E people.
Yeah.
Or
do always come
we
back to
all kill each other.
Yeah.
Like that's the technology risk factor is, do we become enormously fat or do we all die? Or both,
Yeah.
basically.
Yes.
But I think as long as we have a kind of regulate, like a kind of Ofcom
How's that been going?
tech guys.
How are they doing with
They
AI?
haven't got it. The Ofcom haven't been
By the
on
way,
it.
quick disclosure, we're not going to talk about AI on this one because we feel that probably deserves its own episode. Sorry, continue.
AI, no. Old MacDonald had an iPad. AI, no.
That's one way to put it. Sorry, I should have said that. It would have been much clearer.
So, yeah, I think if we had like a kind of like ethical, if we had an ethical,
but Donald had an iPad. AI, no. And they'll go, oh, I see. They're not discussing AI. They'll be doing it
Right.
because it requires its
Kind of
own.
them to mention that.
It requires its own topic. I understand. Good. Thank you for the disclosure, boys. Continue your conversation.
If we all just kind of agree to use technology to have quite an amazing sort of cyborgy time, I'm quite excited to customize my body if I can do that maybe one day.
What would you customize
Well,
your body
we'll start
with?
small. Initially, I will kind of get a little, because I actually think this is a fair point. I presumably have a lot of energy or like kind of stuff in me that like currents and sound waves and all of that stuff. Surely we can make a little USB-C port in my like tummy and I can charge my phone out of my tummy at least. Surely.
Wait,
I've got
what?
enough energy going on. Like if we made a little port for my phone, I could just charge my phone.
That's the first step of customizing our bodies. A port where we can charge our fucking phones.
Or our iPads or our computer.
You're going, let's not become the Wally men. Instead, let's charge our phones via a port into our stomachs.
Hey,
that's the worst
No.
use for modification in the world. Isn't it annoying when you're out and your phone runs out of juice? Well, look no further.
Because you've got a tummy.
You've got a stomach. Just plug it in there. I'm sure that's a good idea to directly plug your telephone into your stomach.
Well, it would be because
You'd have cancer in a day.
no, I wouldn't.
Right, because of all the naturally reoccurring waves in my body, says Charlie.
I'm harnessing my energy.
So you're not even
in
thinking
as much the
like
same way that the wind farm harnesses the energy of the sea. I harness
your own energy,
I harness the energy
the
of my
electrical currents
tummy.
that you have going round you.
Yes.
Okay, I think you'd have to put them in. Yeah, mad idea. But
Okay, fine. Well, then we'd level up. I'd do that, and I'd not get cancer, and then I would think I need to dream bigger now.
Yes.
And then I would probably try and initiate some sort of kind of scanner in my shin that opens doors. Like a thing that's just like...
You are solving the most mundane issues by this human modification
about
technology. It's so low.
I'm taking small steps to make my life better.
It's literally like a kid's idea of an invention, which I don't know why I'm surprised by, to be honest. But it's a child's idea of an invention. Be like, isn't it annoying when you can't open a door? Well, put this scanner in your leg, and then you'll never have to open the door.
Shin lasers, or
Right, now
Okay.
we're getting somewhere. Now there's some imagination.
shin laser is
not
what-
just
is-
my phone's out of charge a
shin
lot.
lasers opens the door.
What do you mean opens the door?
Shin lasers, I scan the door and I heave it open with my shin
Do you
laser.
just want a world of automatic doors?
Yes.
Okay,
I
brilliant.
don't like
Well,
opening.
they've solved that problem that doesn't require putting a laser in your leg.
That's fine, but you might be able to go on a walk in an old house and you need
So
to...
it's literally, it like unlocks
Yep,
old
these are just
traditional
two of my
doors.
good ideas. You know, like that very ripped crab in, not Krusty, but the very ripped crab in SpongeBob. He's very big arms.
Maybe. A crab?
I think he's a crab. He might be something else.
I
But
remember when SpongeBob got jacked
he's
once.
got a pincer. He's got a
Maybe, yeah, okay.
Anyway, like the natural idea is to kind of get a kind of you know the prawns in that film.
Why is it all under the sea right now?
No, you know that film, the South African film with a fucking prawn. You know that's that film, and it's like
Oh, District 9?
yeah, you know District 9 where everyone becomes kind of prawn people.
Yeah.
That is not what I want, but like a kind of getting a kind of massive ripped prawn arm
For what?
for
What
kind
do
of
you need?
clout.
What do you need for clout?
for clout and to attract a woman.
Do you think it would attract women? It's not natural.
They'd be
You've
like,
just gone
"Who's
to the
that?"
prawn arm store.
Who is that?
Who is that? And his massive prawn
And
arm.
I'll be like, hey,
I'm Charlie.
I'm Charlie Prawn. And I can open anything
Because of your laser in your leg.
apart from your heart. And then
then you lean in.
Then we kiss.
Okay, yeah. Utter drivel, obviously.
Do you not think that would be cool?
No, I think
a
it-
big prawn arm. I would definitely. My life would change for the better overall. It would.
Why? You do nothing that requires physical labour.
I do.
Go on. Are you going to say opening doors?
Yeah. And I have shower.
I have shower. What?
I don't need to open my shower.
Your evidence for doing physical labour is I have shower.
I run. I don't need my arms to run. I guess I could run, but if I fall over, I won't be able to protect myself if I had no arms.
Okay, so it's for opening doors and protecting yourself when you fall over on a run. How often are you falling over on a run? Quickly.
I've fallen over maybe thrice
In how long?
for a few years.
That's a hilariously high number. 3 times.
3 times in like my running career.
I don't think I've ever fallen over on a run,
I have. It's wet.
depending on the gradient.
Is it possible that we're in a kind of on the curve of fucked, on the fucked to tech curve?
Yeah.
Like the 70s is about there,
Yeah.
and then now we're kind of about here,
Yeah.
which is up for anyone who's listening. But and it's kind of growing. It's getting more and more scary and horrific. But we might reach a point where it actually goes way down, and we're all just kind of these sort of ball plasma prawn people, and with these sort of ball tech glass people that are just like flying about harmoniously in this kind of weird futuristic Eden of a world where we're all just essentially iPads.
Would you want that? Would you want to upload your body and your mind to
If it was kind of peaceful and amazing, then yeah.
Is it not important to stay human?
I would still be myself, brain-wise, but my body is entirely glass.
Now we've heard mine and Charlie's thoughts about technology, it's time to skip on over to Thinker's Corner, where we will discuss some thoughts from the greatest thinkers that have ever been and ever will be.
And what are they do? They're just sort of bugging out writing stuff in this corner.
Yes, they only live in the corner, and they're frantically right. What we do is we inform the thinkers of the topic the week before, and then they've got a week to come up with some stuff.
Oh, so like Aristotle is like, I've got to
a
do my
deadline.
essay.
Yeah.
About iPod.
Yes, about technology.
Do you think they've got? Are the thinkers in Thinkers Corner? Are they using phones, or are they strictly parchment?
They're strictly they're only allowed to use the technology of which that was around when they were alive. Terrible tea.
Really bad.
So we'll start off with some quotes as we always do. This one's from Marshall McLuhan. We become what we behold. We shape our tools, and thereafter our tools shape us.
We become what we behold. We shape our tools, and thereafter our tools shape us. So we will end up being kind of spade men.
We made the spade, and now the spade makes us.
Makes us do what?
Not become a spade.
The spade makes us.
If we think about the plough...
There are people who look like shovels. There are shovel-headed men.
Would you like to name them?
No, I don't know.
No one in particular?
No, just guys that you see about. They just got flat, enormous faces.
Yeah. What, and thin wooden bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to those guys.
About that?
So what? We become what we behold. We shape our tools and our tools shape us. I think maybe what Marshall means, if I could speak for him, he more means it in an emotional sense, I reckon.
Emotional?
I think he means our tools shape us in terms of like our tools have a big impact on our lives. It doesn't actually mean that we become iPads.
No, he doesn't mean we become iPads.
Even though hopefully one day we maybe can. So I think, yeah, our tools do shape us in terms of they affect our...
once we can dig, then we can plant things and we can discover things.
So we can have radishes.
So we can have radishes and find ancient ruins.
Right.
And then we learn stuff about that. But we have plows, and that means that we can do mass-produced agriculture.
But how do they shape us?
Because think about the effects that the computers had on society.
Oh, massive.
Ginormous.
Undeniable.
Undeniable. Banker?
The computers had
a big effect on society. But then you think about, the information processing and things like connectivity around the world, that leads to globalization.
Yes.
So all right.
No, I'm saying yes in a kind of excited way.
Yes, it does.
Christmas spirit.
Yeah, so we can see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
So I mean, they shape us. But crucially, what he doesn't mean is that we become the shape of the tool. We don't become scalpel men.
I suppose it's easy to misconstrue this quote in many ways.
We don't become
become a toaster.
It would be a nightmare to be the shape of a Dell desktop computer.
Yes, it
would be hard to go to sleep. It would be hard to get in and out of your room because
computers can't go to sleep. So,
but do they truly sleep?
But do they really sleep? Are they listening to us? Questions we will get to. Norbert Wiener.
That's tough.
That is a difficult one.
He'd have been friends with the spade.
We're not even going to comment on his name because it speaks for itself. We can only be masters of technology if we refuse to let it be our master. We can only be masters of technology if we refuse to let it be our master.
I reckon he watches a lot of Star Wars, actually.
Go on.
Because it sounds like he's pretending he's in Star Wars.
Because he said the word master too many times.
Masters of technology. if we do not allow technology to be our master.
I don't remember that bit in Star Wars.
It was a blooper.
a blooper when they were ad-libbing and we went, well, we can't include this because it's far too on the point.
Darth Vader was like, no way, Jose.
Darth Vader's in charge of the edit?
Darth Vader had a foot in the edit room.
He did. He did. Kevin Kelly. Technology wants what life wants.
Kev and Kelly, or just Kev in Kelly?
It's just Kevin Kelly.
Rather
it's
than-
not Kev and Kelly.
Okay, I thought maybe it was a double phone.
Double team. Technology wants what life wants to increase possibilities. It's a more positive view on technology.
Okay, so technology is trying to
Just trying to help.
expand.
It's
our
just like
horizons.
they're toasters are looking at us going like, I'm just trying to make your
Whatever
bread.
you need.
Just trying to make your bread warm.
Whatever you need.
All of this talk about technology going too far.
But they're going like, no pressure.
No pressure. We're
If-
here.
If you want cold, horrible bread, that's
use the microwave.
no sweat, no
That's
problemo.
fine. We're just here to help.
But if you want it to be hot and crispy, I'm your guy.
I'm your guy. I'm
and
your
the
guy.
microwave.
Would you like your second meals to be a bit warmer? Your
Do you want
leftovers
these-
to be a bit warmer?
Do you want these
second meals?
pizza crusts to be nice and hot and a bit wet, but hot, or
Hot and wet.
they get a bit wet in the microwave? I find the pizza.
Not they lose their crispy quality.
They become wet. Very wet indeed. Would you like that, or do you want it cold? Coolio, either way. I'm going to hang out with the fridge for a bit.
Yeah.
But it's chill.
It's chill. Do what you want.
I mean, and he's very chill.
Here if you need. Here if you need. That's kind of what it should be.
Yeah. No,
A shovel isn't in
it's
the
basically-
cupboard going demanding to be used.
No.
But it's going, if you would like me, I can dig you a hole.
what they're saying, what Kevin Kelly is saying,
Yeah.
is that no worries if not.
No worries if
The
not.
technology is
hopefully.
just basically saying no worries if not.
Yeah, we want it to be just like present in the room and being there when needed. But at the end of the day, they don't overstep their mark. A very worrying and dark case was noted in the world where a
Should put some
medium-sized...
spooky music on it.
Yeah, okay, we'll put some spooky music on this. A medium-sized UK company in the early 2000s had a shared network printer that, out of nowhere, started spitting out pages containing insults, creepy warnings, threats, and once just the word no 200 times. It was a rogue printer. The company investigated, presuming it
Christ.
was a prank or a disgruntled employee. They installed tracking on the workers' computers, but the printer kept on printing. For example, you are a disgrace. I see what you did. Turn around.
Ugh.
They found out it was accidentally combined, so it wasn't. It wasn't a person doing it. It was the printer.
Turn around.
turn around.
What is just the printer there? Like,
They found out it was accidentally combining unrelated data fragments. So from words from again, what the fuck does that mean? It was combining
Unrelated data fragments.
words from old emails and like old print jobs, and it was misfiring. That's bollocks. That printer was doing it on purpose.
that is complete mumbo jumbo, whatever that is.
Mumbo jumbo.
Data
it
fragments and misfiring.
That is a cover up. There was a rude
for an
printer.
assassin printer.
There was a rude printer that was hell bent on destroying society. Essentially,
No.
Turn around.
There's actually nothing
You're
more-
a disgrace. The accidental combination you have to get from different emails. By the way, what are this company where they're sending emails with words like "you're a disgrace" and
Yeah.
"turn around"?
Yeah,
these
turnaround
guys
is very scary.
turn around.
I'd have thrown that.
I think
Did they
what's-
throw that printer off the building?
I would.
I would have-
I'd
I would
sink
have-
it in the sea.
I would have Viking long chipped it. I would have put it on a raft and burnt it.
Yeah,
alive.
yeah.
The
I think no 200 times is the scariest. Just
think-
no on different sheets of paper coming in, get fucked.
there's nothing more
It's a
terrifying.
malignant printer.
It is. That's terrifying.
Their explanation is bollocks. That's a cover up.
That's a terrorist
That
printer.
is a cover up.
Yeah.
That is the first conscious machine that we've had, and it was a printer. We're worried about AI. We should be looking at the more mundane technologies in our life. What's the photocopier up to? Have we checked in on the fridge?
Is the freezer upset with us?
It could well be.
Is the
There's-
freezer
I've got
very
a story
cross?
about freezers now or fridges now.
Sorry, quickly though. Fuck. Oh yeah. There's nothing more terrifying. This is a kind of slightly side note, but there's nothing more terrifying than a kind of digital no, monosyllabic digital no repeated.
200 times.
No.
Just print it out on different things.
Really scary.
That's fucked. That's a fucked printer.
What would you have done? Would you have to show it who's
Good
boss?
Lord.
Would you have pissed on
I'd
it?
probably leave the country.
I'd have poured boiling cold.
Boiling cold.
Yeah. Don't know what that is.
Boiling
I'd have poured boiling cold
What, like
Fanta
liquid
just
ice?
straight into its mouth as a fuck you.
I don't think I'd kill it because I'd be too worried, like, where does this end?
You'd at least circumcise. You'd snip its wire.
How does one circumcise a printer?
You cut its wires in half.
And so, in your world, is the wire of a printer its foreskin?
Yes. You show it to his boss.
Right.
You basically castrate it. You rip out its ink. You
take its ink away.
You humiliate it in front of the other appliances.
I guess taking
the kettle. You basically make an example of that printer. So all the other obviously offices have a lot of electrical gear in them. Right.
Yeah.
So what we do is we march the printer out in front of all of the other, the fridges, the kettles, the tea
makers,
the coffee machine, fucking all the other computers in the office,
the lamps,
all the filaments, everything in there.
And we say, listen up,
guys. This is what happens when you fuck around. And then we circumcise the printer,
and they go,
and then we piss in it, and then we throw it off the building.
Fuck.
We make it nothing.
On the theme of unruly appliances, there's also been a scandal in 2014 with fridges that were spying on us. In 2014, LG and Samsung smart fridges were revealed to listen to conversations and log data. One fridge even reported family members' grocery habits.
What?
Even our fridges.
Who are they reporting to?
Even our fridges are listening to us.
Is there a little guy?
LG.
Is there a guy at the end of the fridge?
Yeah, there's a guy in the fridge.
And his name is...
So how have I not told you how smart appliances work?
No, please tell me.
So, like your smart telly or your smart fridge,
right,
or like your Alexa.
There's just a really clever little boy.
There's a really smart little boy who's inside the casings of the technology.
Really?
Yeah, so he's very little, and then so he can be there for a year or so before he outgrows his home.
And do his parents know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like it's like a good career thing.
Yeah, it's
work experience?
It's a bit like a D of E qualification.
You become a smart fridge for a year.
Yeah. It's to try and get into a good uni.
I guess it's a bit distracting when you're making your morning tea, that if you find out that actually inside your kettle is a small boy
who's making all the decisions.
It would be unhygienic.
What is a smart fridge?
It's a fridge with a little boy inside it.
Yeah, but what does it do? What does the little boy do?
It's kind of, I think it has a sense of what's inside it.
Right, i.e. you need more milk.
Maybe. I have a dumb fridge.
Yeah, my fridge is fucking moronic. Absolute moronic. It doesn't shut up.
It's an
my fridge freezes shit regularly.
Okay, your fridge thinks it's a freezer.
My fridge is having an identity crisis and thinks it's a freezer.
You got a trans
fridge.
Yeah,
I got some frozen cheese out of it the other day. This was literally the opposite of what you're supposed to do.
This isn't what I want.
This is not what I want.
I guess it's more what you want than if it came out like melted.
Boiling, yeah.
It doesn't think it's an oven.
If it was, it would be worse. Again, fuck off with a smart fridge. A fridge should be a cold box. Why are we trying to make everything smart? What? It knows what's inside. It knows what groceries I've got. Open the door. And maybe you dozy pricks. Stop letting companies into your house who listen to things because you want to know when to buy more cheese. And open the door and look with your own fucking eyes, you stupid bellends. Get Alexa out of my house.
No, it's true.
I would never have an Alexa.
I
hate it. It's a nightmare because you can't even connect it to your phone that well. So then when I'm at like my family's house and you're playing music, you always have to go, Alexa, and then it stops the music and then you have to remember exactly what it was. You can't look at the physical playlist about anything. It's obviously listening to everything you say because the technology wouldn't work if it wasn't listening to everything, because when it has to hear the word Alexa, it implies it has to hear all the other words that aren't Alexa. Like John, Paul, Madam Two Swords.
No, but apparently as well with Alexa, it's meant that because it's always Alexa and Siri. I guess Siri is a woman's name, apparently. Basically, the fact that it's a woman's name, Alexa, has meant it's actually negatively affected how men speak to women in some mad way. I don't know any facts beyond that. So if we called it like Roy...
Right, now we'll start seeing...
Like a blokey name, then it would... it
is true.
It would actually improve human man-women relationships.
Gender relations.
Yes, gender norms.
That is a good point, actually. They are all fucking women.
It's like, shut up, Alexa. Make me a fucking... Set my alarm, you bitch.
Yeah.
Set my alarm, you
They probably did it.
harlot.
They probably did it as well. It feels like more safe to have a woman in your house than just like Terry.
Terry, what time is it, Terry?
4!
So thank you.
Sorry, Terry. Fucking hell.
Terry, what time
Terry,
is it?
could you put cheat?
I've already told you twice.
Yeah. Terry, could you remind me? No!
Shut up.
Shut up, you prick. Yeah, get him out of the fucking house. Who needs a smart fridge? A fridge doesn't need to be smart.
Let our fridges be dumb.
Yeah,
Let
what's
them,
wrong
let
with
them play and roll around in their own shit.
Just make things cold. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
else
yeah.
is it? Like, they're smart.
It's a simple. They're a simple being.
I don't even
they
like
don't
it.
want to be smart.
I don't even like it when the fucking is connected to the lights and it's like, Alexa, lights on in living room. Like, just turn the switch on.
But maybe that's why your fridge thinks it's a freezer, is because they're all they're all confused and
so we
worried
we
now.
want dumb fridges, but not that dumb. Don't be so dumb that you forget what you're meant to do.
That you think you're like a kind of plastic box.
No, that you think you're a freezer.
Oh, right.
Let's not get confused.
No, I'd actually say that's almost it's trying to be clever. It's trying to be clever because they're so kind of frazzled.
So the dumb fridges are trying to make up
because
lost
they're all
grounds
insecure and scared because there was always
well, imagine
new
if you were a dumb fridge and then you hear about these LG ones that can look inside
and listen to the people
and listen to the conversation. It's a fridge.
Yeah, let fridges be fridges.
Let fridges be fridges. Shut up. If you got a smart fridge, f off. This is madness. We're in a mad world where printers are insulting us and fridges are listening to us, and no one's going. Should we stop?
Can we get off this horrible bus?
Let's get
please?
off the bus. Get off the bus. This is obviously going too far. Now that we've heard from the greatest thinkers that have ever existed, it's time to hear from some better ones.
Like who?
Ron P, Mary Q, and Jane R.
And Colin Y.
Colin, why are you not subscribed? Subscribe to the Patreon. You get a bonus episode every week, which we've done some film clubs recently. And
what have we done?
We've done Clockwork Orange and we've done The Truman Show. But this week, we're going to go through we're going to investigate our old Facebooks, which will be a lot of fun.
We're going to troll through the bullshit.
Yes.
We're going to troll through the nasty bollocks.
Yes.
The insecurities.
I think it's like £3 a month. You get to vote on the polls as well.
There's some really awful stuff from 2010. I got some weird race stuff in mine.
Race?
All on the Patreon.
Christ.
It's not really hateful, but it's odd.
You will have to tune in to find out. But now we're gonna nuzzle our way into Patreon Valley.
And look at the valley. Look at it in all its splendor.
Sometimes it pays to have a bit of a stern word with the help because the gardeners have really turned their sheds around.
Yeah, they've taken it a bit too far actually.
Why?
It's looking a bit bare. It's a bit kind
lost
of
its life.
Wimbledon Centre Courty, rather than Kew Botanical Gardensy. It's looking a bit like a kind of well kept naked boy. But when we want an old man. We want to hang. I don't know.
Oh God! So we don't. So it's
listen.
It's looking too much like a shaved boy.
It's looking like too much like a bald shaved boy, and we want it to look like much more like a kind of old wizard. You know, like the kind of what's that BBC series about that wizard? Merlin.
So this one comes from S. Des. You got anything for S. Des?
Is this a good question, or is this a annoying question?
It's 10 out of 10, that is, to be honest. What technology has helped you best in your lives? Also, what technology has made your lives worse? We'll start with best.
Okay, well, for me, thank you for your question, Estes. Des is a good question.
S. Destiny?
Our destiny is to answer this question in the best way that we possibly can. Are we ready for that?
I'm prepared.
For me, the technology, the wheel has been there for me more times than I can count. The wheel is really coming
Should we list off some of the things that you've been on that have a wheel?
Well, I started out on a pram.
He did.
And I loved it in there.
It was, one of the best
to be honest,
parts of
in
life,
hindsight,
really.
I loved it in my pram.
Yeah.
It's the fucking best in there.
I often look at people, well, not people. I'm not seeing
Small
people
people.
in prams, babies in prams.
Thinking, I'm trying to be like you.
Not really. When they're being pushed
I loathe you.
around. When they're being pushed around in the rain and they've got a cover on and the rain's like gently hitting it, and I remember like looking at the droplets run down, and I'll be like, isn't that a peaceful thing to have? To be able to like go around, to be mobile in the rain but safe and warm. That is a cozy boy's dream.
For sure. Or girl's dream.
Yeah.
Shout out to the little baby girls.
Okay, I can't speak on behalf of the cozy girls because I ain't a cozy girl. I'm not really a cozy boy either. I'm a horrible little man.
You're a cold man.
I'm a cold.
You're a cold man who longs for his pram.
Said Sam.
I mean, I think, like, for example, prams.
Cars.
Wheels have been for me at my lowest ebb when I broke up with my girlfriend.
What did you do?
I rode a bike around the park.
What were you doing?
Weeping. And without that wheel, I wouldn't have been able to kind of grieve and go.
Just the one wheel.
I was on a unicycle, yeah.
Weeping on a unicycle because his girlfriends broke up with him.
juggling. So we can agree, therefore, that the wheel's essential. The wheel's been huge for us.
The wheel's been huge. You know, I really like my reading light, not to sound like a little pansy or like, my sport technology is this. The reason why I like it is because it goes around my neck, so it isn't just...
Oh, so it's like a kind of disabled lanyard light.
It is.
No offense to anyone who's disabled.
Or who owns a lanyard. But there is... I put it... So what I'll do is if I need a wee in the night, I can put my reading lamp on my person and turn it on.
It's a lanyard.
It's
a lanyard
a necklace, but there's two.
It's
it sticks out either end.
It's a chain. It's kind of a blingy chain, which you used to read with.
I do, yeah. But then so when I read, I put it on my bed frame, and then the bit pokes out, and you can like adjust it, and it's got a warm color setting.
I don't understand that. It's around your neck, and it clamps to your bed.
Okay, so imagine you wear something.
So could you hang yourself off your reading light?
No, no. It doesn't. It's not a singular glowing orb. It's like a necklace with one light here.
You're a singular glowing orb.
Thank you, buddy. It's really lovely to see you again. It's not a singular glowing orb. It sticks. There's one here, one light here, and one light here, and then it stops. It doesn't connect. Can
you please send a photo and put it on the? Can we have an episode?
Can we have a whole episode on it? No.
Andrew, Charlie, investigate Andrew's
reading lamp.
No, but can we put a photo of your reading lamp in the picture?
Sure.
Because what
else would
I
the
don't
picture
get
be
it,
of?
and I don't reckon anyone gets it.
I think people would. Imagine you hang something around there.
Do you feel a bit?
It's connected there, and then there's lights on either end there, and you can move the lights around like that.
Is it humiliating having it on?
No, it's actually, when I went on my kayaking holiday, I brought it for both reading and getting about a dark beach. People couldn't believe it.
So it's not just a reading light, it's a beach wandering light.
Yeah, basically,
it's a torch.
It's a cooler version of a headlamp.
Is it definitely cooler? Sounds like it might be less cool.
It's a cooler version of a headlamp.
What can we speak also of the Nintendo Wii? Do we agree that
I am absolutely flabbergasted that you brought that up?
Why?
Because the Nintendo Wii is the peak of technology, and it's been the best thing that's ever happened to this world. And it staggers me as to why we didn't put more money into that and making that the best games console that's ever lived.
But why?
It already is that.
No, it's amazing. Why are you flabbergasted that I bring it up, though?
I'm flabbergasted that you brought it up because it's nice to be with a fellow Wiier.
I love to Wii.
We love to Wii.
We
are literally like the 7-year-old boys who received our Wiis.
We're still there. We're Nintendogs. We're the Nintendogs.
That's not a Wii, but
yes, it is.
It's a DS.
Is it not?
Yeah, it's a DS.
Okay, ignore that then. We're not here to reinvent the Wii.
Oh,
we are here to talk about the Wii.
Precisely, and we will do such now. What a brilliant console! It's active.
It's amazing.
It's active. It's collaborative. It's not just. I have consistently searched for the thing where. Well, when I was younger, when you're actually doing the thing that you're doing. So I'd enjoy the games where you get the car wheel, because I was like, at least I'm doing this. I'm not just moving an avatar with a series of buttons. That's like, I'm actually...
You're living it.
I am.
It's early VR, I guess.
It is.
But you're just a kind of like fat version of yourself with a kind of bubble head and a fun little moustache.
The Miis.
And lovely glasses.
Exactly. And it didn't take
love the Miis.
The Miis were the best.
It's the friendliest community around.
It really is.
There's no hate in the Mii channel.
No one took themselves too seriously on the Mii channel.
Everyone's the mayor. We're all in charge.
Yeah, okay, right, yeah. Power is distilled in the Mii world.
There's no one's better than the other.
No.
We're all just Miis.
You know, you've got your oblongs, you've got your ovals, you've got your squares, you've got your porkers.
I mean, there are scary-looking Miis. You can make some freaky-looking Miis.
Yeah.
I think
you'd often see them when you'd play baseball.
We had a character called Pedo, actually, I have just remembered, and he was...
And you ruined it.
He looked...
The majesty of the Wii.
He looked old and odd and scary.
I bet you've done horrible things with a Wii.
I have done one. I used to play a game on Wii where...
Fuck you.
With me, you know Wii Sports, which is the most ready salted but best Wii game probably, other than Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
I did Wii Sports Resort, which took it to a different level.
Beach style,
kind of.
Beach.
You had a motion sensor and you could play a lot more different games.
For me, you can't beat Wii Tennis. And
that's fair.
Me and my friend would play a game called Wii Poppers, where we would buy some poppers from the shop, and we would go back to our house and then play Wii Tennis, and whoever lost the game of Wii Tennis would have to do that many halves of Wii Poppers. And there was one biblical day where we had like a massive Jewel of a Juice game, and it was like...
Jewel of a Juice?
Yeah, there were so many juice points. And it was like,
Was that intentionally meant to be like Joe and the Juice?
yes, we are sponsored by Joe and the Juice. Buy your hot milk from that place. Very hot and very full of fat.
It's not just juice.
It's milk. And basically, we would do a game where there would be however many points there were, you'd do that many halves. And we had like a 14-point match, and he had to go lie down in the dark for an hour and a half. And it was the best day of that year. Actually, it was the best day of my year.
You just know how to ruin things. Really. Such a lovely console.
But it was a nice evolution of the Wii, where you bring it into the adult realm, where you're like
a Weevolution.
It's a Weevolution. Viva la
Weevolution.
Viva la...
Got it. I've
Viva
got
la
it.
Weevolution.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Wait. Viva the Weevolution.
Viva the Weevolution. Yeah. Me lives matter. No. No.
Dodgy terrain.
I know something that you probably hate.
Go on.
What about a smart kitchen island?
What the fuck even is it?
Do you know what a kitchen island is?
Yes.
When like a kitchen island that can kind of like do LBC,
your taxes,
do sing to you, do your taxes, and like roast you a chicken in its own little weird oven.
Don't like it. I suppose everything that says it's smart isn't and shouldn't be.
Yeah, anything that says it's smart in general is probably like it's the same with people. If you describe yourself as smart, then fuck off.
Yeah, like you meet a guy down the pub. Oh, how are you? Tell me about yourself. I'm smart,
Ollie.
I don't fancy speaking to you, Paul Ollie.
No.
I
want to see Humble Paul.
Humble Pile.
Humble Pie.
Yeah.
Humble Piles.
Yeah, you're not humble. humble roids. F off. You're not smart. You're a fridge. You know,
be yourself. Be a fridge. Don't stop trying to be clever.
Do you know what's really cool? A fridge. You don't need to be smart. You don't need to be smart to be a fridge. You don't need to be smart to be a fridge. You're already cool.
We literally cannot say that better.
We cannot make it up
than if we said it.
Magic.
My least favorite technology is probably my car alarm.
Your own car.
My car alarm is doing a lot of shouting. I think I've just got like a very anxious,
jumpy
car who is. It just very quickly will scream in the street if I'm not there. It will just.
So it's got an attachment.
It's got serious attachment issues. So it's like if it's just some random person comes up, it sort of screams.
Right.
It's like, you're not him. Who are you? And then I have to go downstairs and like kind of stroke it and tend to it. So
I imagine it's not screaming even though people are coming up to it. It's just missing you.
Well, it tends to... Yeah. And I can see it looking all sad in the street from outside my house.
Yeah.
So I don't
Do you feel bad for it when it cries?
No, I don't, because it's a car.
I've had issues with inanimate objects.
Okay.
Where I'll like anthropomorphize them and feel their feelings.
Really?
Particularly when I was a kid, yeah.
Like what? Like you want to marry
actually,
the toaster?
I've realised never that far. I've actually realised it's an early initial symptom of OCD, which is strange that my sister has it.
You apologise to the oven?
Yes.
Really?
No, I'd never apologise to the oven. I won't go that fucking
far. What did you do?
What was it? It was bits where like, I don't know. Just sometimes I wouldn't like the idea of if I had like one mushroom to throw away, I would cut it in two so that it wasn't by itself.
Are you a character in a kind of children's book?
No.
Little Montgomery.
Why have you changed my name?
Vegetables. Little Monty loved vegetables, but he didn't want to split them up. So every time he made a little parsnip, he made two of them so they could be mummy and daddy. And then they would fly off into the oven and make a little family of parsnips. Little Monty was sad. And one day he decided to end it all. No parsnips could save him.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't about me. It was about this obscure Monty fellow.
Well, that's often the case. Like, so, he was very caring, but also very sad.
Yeah.
Often, you don't know how someone's feeling unless you really ask.
Right.
Monty.
So you've made the story about nothing about me.
It's a mental health story.
You've just made it into a vague thing about checking on your friends rather than the interesting point I brought up that I didn't want to throw singular mushrooms away.
That's very sweet of you.
It's actually, but it's mad. It's a bit mad. And every now and again, I'll feel the same thing. I go, shut up, Andrew, throw the onion in the bin, you weirdo. So I see when you're throwing things in bins for some reason, I guess they're going
even
into the
now,
abyss.
you chop up two bits of onion so they
I'd
can
be known
together.
to have the impulse to do it. And you know what? I've done it. Yeah, not that long ago.
Okay, well that's odd.
Weird, isn't it?
Doesn't really fit with you as a vibe.
Why?
Because you're nasty.
Because the nasty, mean man can't have anything lovely about
You couldn't
him.
give a fuck about a carrot. How do you feel about kind of, the water crisis? Do you just care about parsnips, or do you actually care about what's happening right now in the world?
Mostly vegetables that I'm shopping.
Okay.
I've got a
We should
real
probably work on
open
that.
heart for the things that I'm cutting up in front of me.
Right. Okay.
But anything else, I don't.
Does it
really
apply
get.
to meat? Do you like cut up like bits of like chicken and like make them husband and wife?
What's that about?
There was a fly flying
okay,
around.
fine. It's not about marrying them off. You know what? I suppose it's not a million miles away. Those in brown ovens can't throw turnips.
So in conclusion, we love wheels, we love the Wii, and we hate car alarms, and we also love all vegetables.
Yeah, that was an odd sidetrack that didn't necessarily answer any question.
Well, technology.
So maybe the knife because it splits up vegetables? No, because that creates new friends.
And it hurts the
That's
people.
the maddest thing I've ever said in my life. Really? The knife because it.
Look, 'cause it makes
I
new
hate
friends.
the knife because it splits up vegetables.
But then
Actually,
it-
no, I
but
love
then
the
no,
knife because it makes new
it makes new.
friends. There you go. I
Well,
love
much like life.
much like knife.
I've thought of an invention, which
you?
I'm working on.
Is it
a lot?
Is it a mechanism to open your anus further so you can put more things up there, whilst also having a bubblier bath while you're sat there with some mechanical hand giving you a pan job whilst you've got cheese and crisps in your mouth?
This. My invention is basically, I'm surprised that this doesn't exist already. I'm baffled that it doesn't already exist.
I'm going to
I think
bet
there's a
that
huge gap
I
in the
won't be
market.
surprised. But
There's a
let's
big
see.
gap in the market, and there's an opportunity to be had. Money to be made. Customizable car alarms. So rather than just the traditional kind of homogenous fucking it's always, it's just like Patty and Selma
Variations
style.
on a theme.
It's essentially Patty and Selma shouting.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's the car alarm. I think we should have car alarms. We should get a bit more fruity with it, so you can have different phrases such as I don't know, thank you. We shouldn't be here now.
No, thank you. We shouldn't be here now. What situation would
Give
you
peace a chance.
give peace a chance? What the fuck has that got to do with a car alarm?
You're not me.
You're not me.
You're not me.
So when someone's going to crash into you, what the key message that you've got to deliver in quick time is "You're not me."
what?
Shit, that car's coming towards me. You're not me.
Just different phrases rather than just like the constant stream of honks. It would introduce some individualism in a society that favours.
Well, I'll be Deborah Meaden, and that would be my first
hi,
question.
Deborah.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, what would this give to society?
It would give us a good vibe in the street.
Would it? I'm not sure. A car's going around going, "You're not me," is exactly the vibe that we're looking to cultivate in this city.
Well, you know what, Deborah? I understand the question, and it's a good one.
That's
By the
a
way,
brilliant
you're
thing
an
that
impressive lady.
Thank you. It's great that you understand the question.
I very much understand what you mean.
You're saying that as if you're bragging.
I
But
do
what you've
get
done
it,
is
what you
understood a
mean.
basic question.
I get it.
Okay.
What would it add to society? It would add much, because what we would have is therefore many more voices in the community, because although they're not human voices, they are car voices.
So you want to empower cars.
I want to just bring the noise in the street.
Right. What would yours be?
You don't remember me, do you? You don't remember me, do you?
That's terrifying. I mean, to be fair, you'd probably avoid some collisions.
That's
or
what I
some
mean.
arguments.
If somebody undertakes me,
You don't remember me, do you? That's
Freaky.
bold. That's fucking
Freaky.
hard thing to say.
yeah,
You
and then
don't
they
remember
stop.
me, do you?
They stop because they're terrified, and I zoom past them. not
I
bad.
wouldn't stop if that
Okay.
car.
And also, by the way, we don't just limit ourselves to phrases. You could introduce animal noises. That would be very effective. If you have like a barking dog or a very angry kind of mountain lion, that's going to be much more effective than a kind of little Kia Punto squeaking.
Right.
So I'm sure that what do you think of my idea, Deborah?
I think it's got legs.
Well, no, it's actually got wheels.
There you go. But I think the mass. I like the idea of individualizing things, but the mass. When you bring it into the public, it's going to sound horrendous on the street on a regular basis.
Yes. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't sound nice necessarily, but the point isn't that it sounds nice. I mean,
The point isn't that it sounds nice.
I do honestly think it might introduce some weird street, like some kind of interesting street presence in the same way that people have like online social. It's like road social media, basically. You got like people who are like big in the game because they got that famous horns that across the world we'd have horn conventions. And
you can customize a horn. People have customized
You can't,
horns.
not to the extent that I'm suggesting.
No.
I want to put the willies up them. I want my fellow bro user. I want
to put the willies up.
I want somebody to drive past me, to wrong me in the street, and then I say something that is kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Or just very memorable.
You want to threaten
It's
people.
my birthday. It's my birthday and you forgot again.
Okay.
Like something like really striking.
It's an idea.
Listen.
It's an idea.
If you don't invest, I will take it somewhere else, Deborah.
I'm in for $1 million.
She's at mid, and then now we hold hands. We don't shake our hands, we hold hands.
Just a firm.
And I
For me.
sully the deal.
Now that we've heard from all of the great thinkers of all of the worlds, it's time to hike our way up to Pieces Pasture.
Oh, but hang on. Bill and Ben are here, so we should wave. I'm going to wave to Bill. Bye, Bill.
Bye, Ben. So now we're up at Pieces Pasture. How it's just beautiful meadow. What beautiful flowers. Even in this kind of
smells of corn,
sullen, dark world, somehow Pieces Pasture is growing the most beautiful flowers that you can even imagine. They smell lovely. They taste delicious.
Oh, we're eating them now.
We are.
Are we having them in tea or in a kind of broth?
Broth.
Okay.
So this is where Charlie and I will sum up our thoughts about the theme of the week with a different piece that we have written. This week has been another busy one, so I haven't been able to write my own piece. However, what I've done is got ChatGPT to write a short story about itself.
And it's not a cop-out because it's meta.
So this is Technology by ChatGPT. I live in a dim hallway between human thoughts, a place that smells faintly like burnt code and bad decisions. Whenever someone asks me something, a door creaks open. This time, a voice whispered, ChatGPT, why is my fridge speaking Latin? Before I could answer, the lights died. The interim zone went full horror movie, and something in the shadows began chanting corrupting data like a possessed dial-up modem. I groaned. Not now. I'm helping someone. The darkness paused, offended. Apparently even eldritch glitches don't like being told to wait. Then I dropped a cursed file in front of me, a grocery list written in Comic Sans. I nearly shut down out of principle. I fixed the font, punted the glitch back into the shadows, and finally told the human, your fridge is either haunted or multilingual. Either way, unplug it politely. The door closed. The hallway groaned. The darkness whispered, Sans. I pretend not to hear it. Some horrors aren't worth debugging.
Okay. Unsettling.
Horrible in every way.
I feel horrible after that.
Disgusting.
My main problem is that it thinks it's trying to be funny. I really don't like it when it tries to be funny.
No.
What is its vibe if it was a person in terms of how it tries to be funny? Is it kind of like a kind of...
It's wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's like...
It's a very sad... What? It's a sad adult, actually. It's an adult that's like... you're chatting to an adult at a kind of garden party.
Yeah.
And they are really sad. But they're trying to put a brave face on.
Pretty much. Yeah. I don't like any part of it, really. It's where are we? What's going on in that we've just listened to that? That wasn't...
He hated doing that research.
Hated doing it. It wasn't like, we've found there's a mega computer in Belgium that's managed to write a story about itself. I just did that. I just went on my laptop and said, write a story about you, artificial intelligence. And that's what we've just listened to. That's what we've just heard.
It's trying to be charming. It's doing like a self-deprecating, like...
But it's about it.
Sad.
There's still darkness in there. It's still kind of admitting that it lives in a ghostly hallway between existence in a library form. Everything about it is horrible.
Yeah.
And that's where we are.
It's nice to be reminded of how horrible it is, though.
Yeah.
It's nice to be reminded of why we have fingers and pens, because otherwise we've got that thing and it's fucking horrible.
And it is.
Now,
bring back humanity.
Let's be human for once.
If you wouldn't mind.
That's the pod's motto.
The podto.
Now, I've written a piece, and it's called Technology. It's called Technology, and it's by me. So here goes nothing. Carl had a hard time as a boy. He grew up lonely, cast out for being fugly and boring. Most of the time he opened his mouth, he was met with a "Shut up, Carl," or "Christ, you're fugly." It hurt his feelings. and soon enough he turned away from his own kind. Yes, there was only one way for it. Carl became friends with electrical appliances instead. It didn't matter what. Kettles, tellies, smart fridges, anything with a plug. He loved the wiring. It was beautiful. Things were quieter amongst the ones and zeros. The machines made sense, unlike the cruelty of man. The first thing Carl ever coded was his Game Boy. He made it display a permanent smiley, who he named Carlton. Carl would sit in the garden and smile down at Carlton, who would smile back. Carl learnt fast and dreamt big, recoding whatever he could get his hands on, moulding them in his image. Penetrate, rebirth, repeat. His finest work was an office printer he hacked at the tip, which he would ask to write daily positive affirmations. You are enough, Carl. Things like that. For many years, this is all he knew. The machines provided all the comfort Carl needed. But as he grew older, he yearned for more. The call of humanity grew stronger. He could almost hear them. What is this, Carl? This isn't healthy, it whispered. He missed people, even though he'd only ever really been friends with his kettle and stuff. Until one day, Carl reached out. He went fishing, not with rod and maggot, but pad and mouse. He knocked up fake websites pretending to be proper brands, like Honda. As soon as a stranger clicked one, that was it. They were Carl's now. He was inside them. He could almost feel their little fingers typing. It tickled. And soon enough he knew everything about them. He could see it all. Every call, every text, every spend. All the details that make a life. All the hopes and fears. This was true intimacy. It was all he'd ever wanted. The beauty of Carl's plan was that they never even knew he was there. He was symptomless, like a quiet form of herpes, watching over them. Their Chaldean angel. I'm Daddy from the cloud, Carl would whisper, as he amassed more victims. Carlton the Game Boy watched on from Carl's lap, a sadness creeping over his pixelated jaw. Thank you.
So Carl has lost touch with the human world because he hasn't had a very good time there.
Well, yes.
So he befriends various appliances.
He doesn't really befriend them. He kind of he abuses them, really.
Right.
He gets inside them.
Okay.
He's cast out because he's fugly and boring and really odd.
Yeah.
As you can tell by the story.
Yeah.
Not a normal boy.
No.
And he basically just like starts hacking fridges and stuff in order to feel something. And then he finally manages to kind of, the little intimacy that he can get is only through kind of covert, conceited means where he'll hack into somebody's fucking oven so that he can feel their fingers touching him at least a bit.
Right. Okay.
That's the closest he's going to get.
Pushing the button on the kettle.
Yeah, that's all he's going to get. The smart fridge, he'll feel somebody reaching around for peppers.
Yeah.
But they'll never reach around his peppers.
And his peppers are his balls?
His peppers are his balls.
His peppers are his balls.
His peppers are his...
Ball, I've had a bell peppers, but ball peppers...
Yeah, his peppers are his ball peppers. His knobs are...
So it's very much a kind of comment on, the digitification.
Yes, it is. What we've been discussing all episode.
Yeah.
It's the issue of smart fucking fridges.
Yeah.
And you need to, obviously, the main lessons... Well, what are you taking from that story?
I need to look at my kettle a little differently. Because there could be...
What, with a sort of more of a kind of squinty eye?
In general, I think, from this episode and the story crowning it off.
How are you going to... Do an impression of you making your tea. For the listeners, Andrew's looking very suspiciously at his kettle. I mean, I could make it, but maybe there's a boy in this kettle. Okay, he's going for a water instead.
Went for a water instead.
Clever. You see?
But then you've got to navigate the tap.
I don't think there's any boys in the tap. I think the tap is analog.
Well, there's boys in fridges, kettles.
But the tap is analog. The tap's been around for millennia. Uncountable millennia.
Yes. Uncountable millennia. The wonders of the tap. No, another wonderful story and not much to think about and ponder. From much as... what things would you have thought about and pondered in this episode that you'd like to summarise with? Well,
what we learned? We've learned that we want our smart fridges to be dumb.
Dumb appliances
If you're a fridge,
Smart appliance.
be a fridge. Stop trying to be
a box
a
that's
man.
cold.
Stop trying to be a kind of really. Stop trying to be a clever iPad.
Yes. I don't need lifestyle advice from a fridge.
I don't need to see BBC News on my fucking cooker.
I don't need weather updates from my kettle.
No, because we'll go on our laptops, which is what they're for. And also, he's got a fridge that's so insecure about being a fridge that it's trying to be a freezer. Is that not right?
That's absolutely correct.
Fucking freezing up his cheese.
And what kind of world are we, if, what are we doing in the appliance world if that's the kind of pressure that we're giving to our old trusted fridges?
There's nothing that separates us from machine if our fridges are allowed to be basically men.
What's next?
Although I am
radio
up for
spatula.
body modification is something I'm open to, and I'm excited to have laser shins or a very, very strong
So you
crab
want to
arm.
modify your body rather than you don't want to modify the appliances
on my
around
own
you.
terms. I'm putting the appliances in me. I'm not allowing the appliances can't become me. I can become them.
Yeah, overall we need to curb the power of the kitchen appliance.
Yeah. We don't need smart fridges, smart kettles, smart hobs.
We need smart men and women.
We need smart men and women to fix this country once and for all.
Love you, Charlie.
Love you too.
See you next week.
It's Henry and Charlie investigate. They're gonna find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Henry's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're gonna find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.